Hello everybody, Mr. Arm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Heavensward. In the last episode, we got ourselves through the Psalm All dungeon, climbed to the top of the mountain, and reached the Churning Mists. Where we, again, continuing arguments between Ysael and Estinian. Not too unexpected there. But we encountered a Moogle, rather unexpectedly, up in the Churning Mists. But that is where we kind of had to break off. And we are going to work on some other things today. That did also get us the last few Aether Currents that we needed to be able to fly here. So we finished off some of those quests and found those Aether Currents while we were waiting for the dungeon to actually pop. So we can now fly in the Dravanian Forelands, which is good because we have a bunch of side quests here we can do if we want. So we'll see about getting around to those. But I think there's actually some other things we're going to do because we did hit level 54 in the dungeon. So that means that we have a new Samurai class quest that we can actually go ahead and work on. So I think that's what we're probably going to go do first. And I believe that is in Limsa Laminsa, if I recall correctly. So let's go ahead and teleport ourselves over there. And we should hopefully be able to find Musosai there. Alright, here we are. So, let's see. I believe it's called Blood on the Deck. Ah, yes. Okay, it's up in the tavern. Okay, so we'll head on up there. I got ourselves a sweet new katana. Finally, we've been using the same katana that we were given when we first unlocked the job, so that's pretty nice. All right, we're heading to the Drowning Wench. We do need some new armor, though this gear barely qualifies as armor. So we'll see what we get as far as the next set of gear. All right, Musosai. All right, Blood on the Deck. Musosai is looking for you among the Drowning Wench crowd. Alright, Ayame, your katana has come to sit well at your hip. 'Tis plain your experience excising evil has matured you as a samurai. I have had an eventful time in this salt-kissed city. In the course of seeking evil, I came under the suspicion of the local peacekeepers, the Mellow Packets. It's the Yellow Jackets. A serial killer has been terrorizing these parts, 'twould seem, whose weapon of choice is an uncommonly sharp blade, one not unlike ours, and so I found myself confronted and questioned. Thanks to Momozigo's testimony, however, the pall of suspicion was quickly lifted. Not only that, but we were even permitted to examine the victim's wounds. There can be no doubt they were inflicted by a katana. The killer may well be a samurai, yet a true samurai does not take life without just cause. Murder is heinous in its own right. Committing it with our noble weapon compounds the crime. Such evil cannot be suffered. So there you have it. We're going after a serial killer. I must say I'm morbidly excited. Right, let's begin by talking to people in the Hawker's Alley. Okay, so let's head to Hawker's Alley and see if we can get any information about this supposed serial killer. Go ahead and use the Ethernet. Jump to Hawker's Alley. And see what we can see here. Okay. Kyokyo Rune. Alright. Killer makes Kikirin dead. Makes Kyokyo Rune afraid. Afraidfully afraid. Kyokyo Rune shake. Shaky wake all night. Okay. Bain Singh. The recent murders? Gruesome business, that. And it seems no one's safe neither. While even a traveler got himself sliced up, the unlucky sod. What sort of sick bastard do a thing like that? Alright, we have one more person we need to talk to in this direction. Blade. The serial killings? Oh, don't get me started. All of us here have been on edge. One of the victims was a regular of mine. Navigator rest his soul, and I pray that the culprit is caught soon. Okay. It didn't give us a ton of info, other than he just seems to be randomly attacking people. Alright, let's see what we got. A patron, a travel, and a quick earn. The victims do not seem to have anything in common. That's what I was gathering. However, the circumstances of their death are strikingly similar. They all vanished in the vicinity of the docks before later turning up as corpses. The killer, it seems to me, targeted those who happen to pass along the landing. It was completely random then? What a frightening thought. But now that we know this, what do we do next? We set a trap. Lure the killer out by walking around the area in question in the black of night. When he emerges from the shadows, we apprehend him. Ah, solid plan. So, who's the lucky one who gets to be the bait? Wait, what? Well, why me? Though the victims have naught in common, it must be noted that none of them were armed. In other words, the killer preyed on the defenseless. With our katana at our hips, Ayame and I shan't make enticing bait. Conversely, were we to forgo our weapons, we would be ill-equipped to subdue the villain. And so it falls to you. Take heart, my friend. Both of us shall be close on hand, ready to pounce ere you may come to harm. Now then, let us go to the docks. Alright. So, to the docks it is. Fisherman's Guild, I think, is the closest Ethernet shard. So let's go ahead and head over to the Fisherman's Guild. Alright. Oh, right here. Nice. It is time. Let us set the trap. Hey, it's him! That blade. By the column, Momozigo, that scream was not enough to wake the dead. Small wonder the villain fled with such haste. It wasn't intentional. What's done is done. Besides, our mission was not entirely without fruit. The killer's blade, it is known to me. Some while ago, a wealthy merchant of this land came to Kugane, a port of Hingashi. The man had a fetish for blades and proceeded to buy up the finest he could find. I chanced to inspect the wares at one of the many swordsmiths this merchant visited, and noted a unique katana marked for delivery to his ship, the self-same katana the killer wields. Furthermore, according to the shopkeeper, the merchant was a Laughabell. You mean a Lullafell. A wealthy Lullafellan merchant, you say? Well, in this area, there's Gigaruju, whom I once entertained with a dance troupe, but for all his vices, he didn't strike me as a serial-killing sort. Be that as it may, this is our sole lead for now. Where do we find this man? At his resort in Costa del Sol, most like, but I'm doubtful he's the one we're after. Well, he may have an idea of who we are after. Possibly. Alright, we're going to head to Costa del Sol. We've had several interactions with Gigaruju. So, this should be fine. Let's go ahead and sprint over there. And if you're sprinting as a samurai, you must draw your weapon. Alright, Gigaruju. Who dares disturb my slumber? Oh, if it isn't the resourceful and supremely forgiving adventurer. I see you brought company today, and of the far eastern persuasion besides. How very exotic. But come, what is it you wish of me? Truly now, yours truly a suspect in the serial killings? But of course it is a mistake, and no mistake about it. However, I do have an inkling as to who the culprit might be. Gurumi Borlumi. He is your man. He made his fortune in trade and indulges in extreme excesses, which, coming from me, is saying something. But most relevant to your investigation is the fact that he is obsessed with all things Far Eastern and owns an extensive collection of katana. Why, just the other day at a social gathering, he was bragging on about one such weapon as though it was his firstborn. When he said that he wanted to feel what it's like to cut a man down, we all had a good chuckle, assuming he was speaking in jest. The man did always strike me as touched, but to think that he would actually go and do the deed. To kill simply to satisfy his own twisted urges? This is no man, but a fiend in a man's skin. Master Gigaruju, we were wrong to suspect you, and I humbly beg your forgiveness. Will you tell us where to find this depraved creature? On his ship, where he lives. It's at anchor nearby for now, but I should warn you that he recently mentioned wanting a change of scenery. Ah, a ship? It's going to be tough to sneak aboard, but if we miss this chance, who knows when there'll be another. Ho ho ho! Thank your lucky stars, for it just so happens I've received an invitation from Gurumi Borlumi to attend a banquet aboard his, and I quote, vessel of myriad pleasures. You may have it, a small token of my remorse to you, my dear adventurer. Show it to the man's retainer at the pier, and you will be shown to his ship. And you, showmaster, I will lend my garb, disguised as yours truly. None shall raise an eyebrow were you to have bodyguards in your company. And with that, I bid you success. Gurumi Borlumi is a troublesome business rival, and I shan't shed a tear at his demise. Alright, we are grateful. Without further ado, Then let us assume our roles and head to the pier. Why do I have a terrible feeling about this? It'll be fine. We're only going into the lair of a psychopathic killer. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, there is Gurumi Borlumi's retainer. And judging by the glowy rays, we're going into an instance. Alright. Master Gigaruju and company, you do us a great honor. The invitation, if I may. There we go. All appears in order. Thank you kindly. If you care to step aboard, we shall cast off presently. Alright, let's go. Your dedication to your passion is beyond impressive, my lord. Would that we all had your fine taste. Ingratiating guest, okay. Come now, we've scarcely scratched the surface. Save some wonderment for my prized katana. Ah, Master Gigaruju, always a pleasure. I say, are those samurai I see beside you? A commendable first effort, my lord, but they pale in comparison to my katana collection. You would flaunt the blades you used to cut down innocents? Twisted fiend, your reign of terror ends here. Well, one for subtlety there. You are not Gigaruju, are you? And yet I would swear we've met. Damn right we've met. I'm the would-be prey who screamed his lungs out. Ah yes, the other night. You see, 'tis well and good to admire a blade upon a stand, but its true place is in one's hand. This I discovered to my sheerest ecstasy. The law is too good for the likes of you. You shall face the self-same end you visited upon innocence. Not only do you sneak uninvited into a private gathering, you make violent threats against an upstanding citizen? It seems I have no choice but to summon the guards. Now let us step above and pray put on a good show. I have a reputation as a host to uphold. Steel grain, koi. Time to work for your keep. That is no way to hold a katana. You are no true samurai. Bah, like there's a difference. A samurai is just a swordsman what fights with a katana, and this champion's gladiator is going to show you how it's done. You heard that, Ayame? The difference is lost on this man. We must free him from his ignorance. Hold it. I have a mind to savor this. We shall save you for last. Let us warm the deck with an opening act. For now, we enjoy the spectacle. I, too, shall observe. You alone are more than enough for these false shinobi. Have at her. Okay. Alright. Alright, sham shinobis. How nice of them to let me open. Actually, I think we're going to probably use my AoE abilities. There it is. They just keep sending in guys. Alright, fine. Not so bad. Might run into a bit of trouble. Oh, we're out of TP. Invigorate. Looks like we're down to just two. You're tough, I'll give you that, but now how will you fare against my pet? Okay. This is a fiend to resource using a fiend. Alright, the false Tsunomi you may leave to me. Okay, Musasai is joining in. We're dealing with the Vanara there. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is an AoE attack. Alright. As a frontal cone AoE. That's one of those enemies that doesn't have any actual, like, ground tails for their attacks. Or tells. Alright, here comes the actual guy. I'll make sure we're using third eye. Shisui. He keeps stunning me. But stun doesn't last long enough. No big deal. Yeah, it was easy to avoid. Alright, let's get him okay, something started doing a ton of damage to me there. Alright, well, I'll have to try that again. It's just a matter of getting to that point again. So I'm going to pause it and get myself to that point again, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so we are back at this point where we are going to be engaging the gladiator guy. I try a few different things here. Keeps trying to do this thing. Alright, avoid that. Alright, third eye. Actually, oh, avoid this. I'm gonna hit and make your C-suite. Got him. Whew, that's a tough fight. Coming at me, we give chase. All right. I can't get past these walls. The little barriers. Alright, well, Dudic is complete. That's fine. That is as far as you go. Who are you? I am Musasai, and beside me is my pupil Ayame. We seek out the wicked and exact justice upon them. Musasai, the legendary swordsman whose tales I heard in Kugane? Small wonder my guards didn't stand a chance. But even legends bleed, and with my transcendent katana I am more than a match for you. Come, this blade shall drink deep of your lifeblood. Unrepentant fiend, you belong not in a gaol, but in hell. Say your prayers to whatever kami you keep. You needn't befoul your blade with scum such as this. We have accomplished our goal of excising evil, and for that I am glad, This outing leaves much to be desired for your training. For you see, a samurai learns best when he faces a fellow samurai of equal skill. Alas, they are hard to come by in this land, and a pretender such as that whom you faced is no substitute. Phew, we did it. Pats on the back for everyone, especially me. Now, what's this about you being a legend back at home? 'Tis ancient history. Whatever I may have been in the past, now I am but as you see me, an old man long past his prime. Well done, my friends. You have rid us of a depraved monster. His was a brutal end, but it was no more than he deserved. Justice well served indeed. Rest assured, this mess will be cleaned up. As they say, what happens in Del Sol stays in Del Sol. We are in your debt, my lord. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts. Mosazai, are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. My endurance is not as it once was, is all. Come, my friends, let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. And the wind blows, 'twould seem, to the forest. Momozigo, pray lead on. The forest? You mean Gridania? Oh dear, I mean of course, right, this way. Alright, we need to head to Gridania and speak with Musasai there. Okay, so where is he? Down there. Alright, a nation at one with the forest. Simply being here is salve for the soul. Yet even amidst such seeming serenity, untold wickedness may lurk. Until such time as we find it, pray continue applying yourself to our art. Right then, I'll go about making inquiries at once. Well, something is making Momozigo nervous. So I believe level 56 is when this opens up. Yep. Okay. Let me just see one thing here. Okay. I think that this is probably a good place to go ahead and stop this episode here. And when we come back, we're going to go ahead and head back to the Forelands, most likely, and work on those side quests. And get a bunch of those done. And then we'll eventually head on out to the Churning Mists and see what trouble we can get into over there. Alright, so for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.